RiverBender.com.
Living in LA with my best old ex-friend Ray. Gosh, she said she knew.
Welcome back, 9:59 as we are rolling up to top of the hour here. CJ Nasello, it's our daily show. Mark Glenshaw back in the studio. You'll be at Hayner Library on Saturday?
Yes, their location in the Alton Square Mall at 2 p.m. On Saturday the 22nd, talking about the great horned owls that I study in Forest Park.
This is going to be cool. How's life been treating you?
Life has been interesting, I think, for many of us. It's been a very interesting year with the owls. We've had some interesting challenges.
Really?
Well, just things have been quite strange with the weather.
Yeah.
I mean, here we are having intense winter weather, but it was the fourth warmest fall that we've ever had in the St. Louis area.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was really throwing off their behavior, like behavior they should have been doing very intensely in October. They're like, no, we're not doing it because it's 85 degrees out.
Does that affect them in the long term when they don't hit those natural cycles?
It does.
Wow.
It does. So we're hoping that they're going to mate and nest, but usually they would already have been nesting.
Oh, they haven't done that yet?
No.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're really behind. So the window's open, but I'm going to give it just a little more than a week or so. And if I'm wrong, I'm happy to be wrong.
No, but I mean, that's very serious.
Yeah.
I mean, are they known to miss mating cycles?
It can happen.
Okay, so it's not devastation.
No.
DEFCON 5, but that's still kind of troubling.
DEFCON 5 is actually the normal status. DEFCON 2, as it gets lower, that's worse. Sorry, I'm a military
there you go.
nerd as
DEFCON
well.
2 then, yeah.
No, it's not. And actually, last year they had the full window to mate and nest, but they did not. One of the big changes since I was last here is that Charles has a new mate. And this new mate is a very young female. When she showed up in late November, early December 2023, she was about a year old.
Oh.
And some great horned owls will mate and nest in their first year, but most of them don't do that until they're 2 to 3 years old. And Charles, who is now at least 21 to 22 years old, I think looked at her and said, hello, welcome, you're very lovely. And no, I'm not going to try and mate and nest with you because you don't know what you're doing. You're still learning how to be an adult owl.
Oh my God.
And so this female was so young that I named her May because it is a May-December romance.
Oh, well, it's so fascinating. And so what happened to his former partner?
Unfortunately, Tess, who first showed up in December 2022, Charles and Tess were together for just under a year, and things were building up and looking good. And then Tess disappeared after November 16th, 2023.
Just flew away, or?
Unfortunately, given that they were so close to the mating and nesting period, I can't think of a good reason for a female to leave.
Oh, no.
I think the only conclusion that we can really draw is that she all but certainly died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mating process look like? I mean, I know that you said that, obviously a year old's a little bit newer for not unheard of, but still new.
Still young.
How long does it take for that mating cycle the matchup and the enticements to lead to the eventual,
It's interesting. It can be pretty quick. Let's see. Charles had a mate from 2021 until 2022, about a year and a half, and they had owlets in both years.
Wow.
And their courtship was really brief. My best way to describe it is with a human analogy. Imagine you see a couple go on a first date on Monday. It's a good first date.
Yeah.
They have a second date on Wednesday. It's also a good date. Well, on Friday, they're getting married. On Saturday, they're closing on a house. And on Sunday, they're expecting.
Wow.
That's how condensed that female Sophie was with Charles. Other times, it's, let's see when you arrived. Like, we've had a couple of females who arrive too late to mate and nest that year. It's like, hey, I just got drafted for the NFL. Yeah, don't pick out your uniform yet. You're not going to be playing until August. Maybe. So other times it's taken quite a while. And this current female, May, is still showing signs that she's not quite understanding all the things they need to do.
Wow.
For example, mating, doesn't matter what type of animal you are, mating requires some space in 3 dimensions. And the backseat of a Lincoln is much more comfortable than the backseat of a smart car, which has no backseat.
See, this is so fast. How long do owls stay together? I mean, is it a life partnership?
It depends on the type of owl. There's over 200 species of owls.
For great horn.
For great horned owls, which are the most common widespread owl in North America, they are monogamous as long as possible.
It sounds like a lot of people
Sounds
in
like
this
a lot
town.
of people. It's like exactly. Well played. So Charles.
So is my ex, Mark.
Exactly. Oh yeah. I'm single, maybe.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I needed that laugh today.
Miss Right and Miss Right now. So Charles has had 8 mates in the 19 years I've been studying him.
Whoa.
And some of that has been very long. With his first mate, Sarah, I saw them together for almost 10 years. And how long were they together before that? I'll never know. It's one of my top 5 questions I wish I could have asked and answered. But then we've had mates as little as 6 months. And unfortunately, 4 of his mates have died.
Gotcha.
2 have disappeared. We have no idea what happened to them. And then 1 female, she shoved out her predecessor. In the Forest Park, we have the Muni, we have the Shakespeare Festival. No offense to those fantastic institutions, but we have drama in Forest Park all year long.
So how do you get pushed out? I mean, there was like a literal coup.
There's a little coup, but the female that got shoved out, her name was Olivia. Olivia did not help her situation. Olivia, in the spring of 2016, started to spend time and distance away from Charles. Olivia did not listen to her records by the country singer Tammy Wynette.
Yep.
Stand by your man. My apologies for my singing.
No, I love it. This is cool.
And Olivia was a small female.
Yeah.
And this female that shoved her out was bigger and more aggressive. And she shoved out Olivia and she started to chase Charles around.
Wow.
There's only one name I could give this female. Samantha. As in Samantha from Sex and the City.
I thought you were going to say Camilla.
Well played.
Oh, man. This is great. Well, what leads to owls? I hate to the owl's demise in Forest Park because obviously, if it's out in the country or things, I'm thinking animals and predators and apex. But I don't think of that in the middle of a major city like St. Louis. I'm sure there still is, though.
There can be, but with great horned owls, they are at the top of the food chain.
They're the apex, aren't they?
Indeed, you remember well. So as adults, unless they're ill injured or really caught with their pants down, they really don't have anything in the way of predators.
Wow.
So there are other dangers. Diseases can happen.
Gotcha.
You can also just get injured. My biggest concern in Forest Park is cars. Because whether it's a field or a lake or a road, the owls will sometimes fly 70, 80 feet above those things or 5 inches.
That's very true. I know because I've hit one with my car. Yeah. This was years ago.
Oh,
this
man.
was like 10 years ago. I did call. We took care of the owl, and it was. But it did. It was flying down for a mouse, and they're dark, so you don't see them at night until they're right there. It's not. It wasn't me like slamming down my gas to hit it.
No.
It was just like whoa,
An accident. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh wow. The other thing is, unlike you and me,
right.
and most animals, owls have no peripheral vision. Their eyes are so large, and then they have a bony ring around their eyes. They have no peripheral vision.
Is that why they have the almost 360 head?
Not
turn?
quite 360. At times, almost 270-degree head turning. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's amazing. We can do peripheral vision. I can look at the screens. I can look at your keyboard and everything else. And likewise, on your side, Charles would have to turn his head every which
Tunnel
way.
vision to a whole new level.
Yeah.
That's so fascinating.
And it's scary. And sometimes I've seen signs that they seem to understand that, okay, avoid the cars. And other times it's, let's just fly right through them at tire height.
Well, and true, I'm sure. Does it have to do with the longevity of that owl in that location where, maybe a Charles knows, hey, I'm staying away from cars, but somebody that I don't know how that works. It's just an observation.
No, that's a good question. Charles will show that he seems to understand and then show that he doesn't.
Really?
Yeah.
In the same breath?
In the same breath.
Wow, that is so... And he's been there for how long?
He's been there at least 19 years.
See, that's what... Because you go to Disney World, and those damn pigeons, they'll come up to you, and they want to be fed.
Yeah.
They are not scared of people.
No.
You go, and so it's so fascinating, though, because Forest Park has so many people in traffic.
Yes.
You would think that after 20 years, it'd almost be like a passing thought or, not even a thought at all.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it's interesting when I take people out on tours called Owl Proud.
Yeah.
I'd love to get you out there.
We got to do one. That'll be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. I always emphasize that we got to be very careful and quiet. And sometimes people say, well, why do we have to be quiet? There's all this activity here. And you mentioned all the people that come to Forest Park.
Yeah.
Here's a good fact to know. The number of total visitors that Forest Park has every year, 15.5 million people.
I didn't realize it was that. Whoa.
Yeah. Many people don't. When I ask people how many, guests, they're like,
Couple million.
I applaud people when they get to the M word. Many people don't even get into the millions.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, let's take a look at this. So just to put that in context, the population of Illinois is right around 16 million.
Yeah.
And Missouri's around 6 million. So the owls are used to a lot of background activity, but they'll still get disturbed by sound or presence that's too loud and too close.
Makes sense.
And I'll give you an example from my own habitat. I live in the city of St. Louis in Dogtown, and I live about 2 blocks between.
That's a nice spot.
Thank you.
It really is. Dogtown's a good spot.
Thank you. I love living there, and it's close to Forest Park.
Yep.
I have to live near Forest Park. That's non-negotiable. So I live right by the intersection of Manchester and McCausland, 2 4-lane roads between 2 hospital systems. What do I hear frequently? Sirens.
Yep.
But as that has become background noise, I will notice, and I noticed this the other day, I was like, whoa, that's a lot of sirens.
Yep.
Or that siren has not just driven past, that's about a block away from me. What's going on? It goes from background noise to, oh, I'm paying attention to this.
Right.
So with the owls, there is that.
Yeah,
but still with cars, there's this, we seem to understand that it's a danger, and then tomorrow we don't.
Wow. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Because you're right. I mean, the moment you hear a frequency change, I mean, it's no different than, I'm telling you, I am like going absolutely nuts lately. I keep hearing my phone ding when it's not dinging.
Ooh.
And it's because I'm so used to hearing my phone ding every couple. It's like I'm hearing it. I'm going, man, what is that? And it's because there's nothing there that my brain is already putting sounds back in because it's not normal.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
That is a trip.
And I could be going into a padded room, so I don't know how that works, but I'm just...
Well, this room is partially padded.
That's true. That's where I hit my head against the wall normally. No, but it's really fascinating, though, because you get so accustomed to hearing sounds that the moment that sound is not there or it's too much there or a level that's never been heard before, it's freaky.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it mess with their flight pattern and just their like overall behavior? Do they kind of like go crazy in a way, or do they just try to move by it?
They can generally hang with it. These
That's
are
what I was
very
curious about,
adaptable animals, but there still will be a threshold. And the other thing is, when you're with a wild animal, whether it's in your backyard or a place like Forest Park or Yellowstone, you're in that animal's home, and you want to be a good guest. It might be your yard, and you're paying the mortgage, you're paying the rent.
They were there first.
They're there. You got to be a good guest.
You see, are you sure you don't want to go up to a giant moose and take a video of it? Have you seen that guy?
Yeah.
You deserve to die.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have no use for people that mess with these massive. They're huge trophies. I mean, these are not deer, and even a deer will kill you. They will beat the hell out of you.
I had a slightly scary encounter with deer earlier this winter.
Did you really?
Park. Yeah. I had followed one of the owls. It was May, and there's a buck, and there's a doe. So it was late fall. So we're still in the rut.
Wow.
And I see this deer, and we weren't, 10 feet apart. We had a decent distance away from each other, but I'm watching the owl, and I'm watching the deer, and that buck was watching me.
Yep.
And I was like, sir, your mate is very cute, but I'm not going to try and, buy her a drink or anything.
Well, my dad was in Oakland in Michigan for a long time, and he got pinned by a bull moose and had to climb a tree. It was terrible. He tells me
That's scary.
And then my older brother and him were at Yellowstone and saw a nice little elk. It was so beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful elk. It was a baby, and they went up to go pet it.
Oh, not a good
Didn't get close because Mama elk came flying in, and they learned how fast an elk could move. But it's things like that where I see these things, and it's just, I don't know if it's a naiveness or a lack of respect or what it is, but I saw that guy taking the video of the moose, and the moment that thing stands up, you better start moving. You better get out of the way quick.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you just sit and you provoke him.
Yeah.
And then the park ranger comes in and either hits it with a tranquilizer or has to calm it down because of someone's stupidity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is all the things you mentioned. It's naivete, it's lack of respect. But it's sort of also just like, well, I'm not sure what the right distance is. Let's just err on the side of caution. No, it's like, let's try and get closer.
Right. It's like, oh, there's a house fire. I wonder if I should go near that.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have a moment to stick around?
Of
Because we
course.
still got to talk about your presentation.
Very much so.
We'll take a quick... Mark got in here early so we could start our conversation early. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Coming up on Saturday at 2 p.m., Forest Park Owls, hiding in plain sight, will be the conversation over at Hayner Library's Alton Square Mall location, and we'll come back with more on it right after this.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
What are you doing?
We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, go, it's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back, Daily Show. Mark Glenshaw back in the studio. We've upgraded a little bit. We're still trying. We got. I think what I want to do is do 4 more here and then a 70-inch behind me and then move my microphone over there. And that way I look like, one of the talking heads.
Exactly, yes.
And then I can have a teleprompter to make me sound really, really smart. Because I wing half of this stuff. I don't even write anything down. So imagine me with notes.
No, it'd be incredible.
Man, watch out. Watch out.
But quite impressive. Just winging it. You're like the Owls. You wing it.
But what's quite impressive is going to be on Saturday at 2 p.m. when you learn all this about Forest Park Owls. And this is what I find fascinating. And you talked about this the first time you were on. You're discovering when you go and listen a whole ecosystem that you drive by every day. And David Attenborough actually got me excited. But he did all the Planet Earths and everything. But the one that was so cool was when he went into your backyard.
Oh, nice.
And he said, here's what you guys can encounter every day.
Yeah.
So you don't need to go to Florida and see the sharks or go swim with them in South Africa. You can go outside and discover your own ecosystem.
Exactly. And there's so much there. And one of the reasons I call the lecture that I'm giving on Saturday, Forest Park Owls Hiding in Plain Sight, is that's what owls do. They are there. Many people see hawks very frequently around their neighborhoods and their daily lives. Well, I tell people more often than not, where you have hawks, you generally have owls.
Because of the predator or the prey that's out there.
Exactly.
Probably.
And so hawks are the day shift.
And owls do the
night shift.
Now, I got a question.
Sure.
Why do they make that mating sound? It is pretty deafening.
The high-pitched whistle?
Yes, that is just something that is out of a horror movie.
Mating sounds are mating sounds.
We'll sit there. I'm sitting there with my aunt, and we'll be sitting there at night at 10 o'clock, and you'll hear it. And it's just, if you aren't up, you are going to be up soon. What
I'm thinking you're hearing.
Is it not the mating call?
You're probably hearing really intense duets of barred owls.
That's what it is.
Not barn with an N, but B-A-R-R-E-D.
Okay.
So barred owls, all owls have a wide range of vocalizations. And sometimes people get a little flummoxed. And I say, well, hold on a second. Do you just talk? Do you not also whisper and beckon and bellow and cajole and so forth? Here I am using one tone of voice, one set of vocabulary. When I'm in Forest Park and I'm in one of the park's many traffic circles or roundabouts and a car, which happens far too frequently, the car in front of me comes to a complete stop, I use a different set of vocabulary and a different tone of voice, a lot more Anglo-Saxon words. But barred owls, they kind of got in line twice for vocal variety. And their duets get really intense. And it might sound like 4 or 6.
It's like
More often than not, it's just 2.
It's incredible, though. In barred owls, aren't great horned owls bigger than a barred owl?
Great horned owls and barred owls overlap in size.
Do they? Okay.
But great horned owls are taller. So
that's it. Okay.
Barred are 17 to 21, 22 inches. Great horned 18 to 24, 25 inches. The big difference is in weight. Great horned owls are defensive end. Barred owls are a linebacker.
Makes sense. Now, how many different species of owls are in Forest Park? You heard me now talking about the barred owl. Do you guys have quite a variety of outside of the great horn there?
We have barred owls and great horned owls in Forest Park. I've been really, really lucky. I've actually seen 4 species in Forest Park.
Really?
One night, very, very lucky, I saw a short-eared owl in Forest Park, which is a migratory species in Missouri and Illinois. And we do get it in the immediate St. Louis area, but to see one in Forest Park
was pretty cool.
Quite something.
Wow.
And then very early on, studying Charles and company, I got to see eastern screech owls, which are much smaller.
Whoa.
The way I often describe eastern screech owls is they look just like great horned owls that have been left in the dryer too long. They're like 6 to 8 inches.
Are they migratory as well?
They're not. They're permanent residents, but owls eat other owls. And the barred owls and great horns have been so successful in Forest Park. I think the eastern screech owls have said, never mind, we're going to go play elsewhere.
Kind of not our neighborhood.
Not our neighborhood. Yeah. I like the way you put it. No, it's not in my neighborhood. That's not my neighborhood.
Yeah, we'll go build new. With that being said, what are people going to take away the most out of this conversation? How long are we going to be speaking for?
Going to be talking about an hour and a half.
Okay.
And then plenty of time for Q&A. As I always say to my audiences and my hosts, and I really want to thank the Hayner Public Library
That's a great spot for
having me back. I'm really excited. I've done one talk there before. It's been a while since I've done a talk for them, so very happy to be back here. I've actually done a few in Alton, including one right here in this building.
Did you really?
Yeah. It's been quite a long, it's been probably over 10 years ago, but
wow.
it was great. So I think that one of the biggest things they're going to come away with is something you just mentioned, that this is all in our backyard, and not just Forest Park, but all over the place. I've seen owls in every corner of the St. Louis metro region, Illinois, Missouri, suburban, urban, rural, big, small, you name it.
Is there anything we can do? Like, let's say we hear the owls screeching behind our houses, or, we see maybe one up in the tree. Is there anything we can do, like bird feed, that's not bird feed for owls, that you let them know, hey, this is a safe spot for you to prowl at night and get some of my mice?
Well, it's actually interesting. When you have bird feeders, some of that bird food is going to fall onto the ground, which will attract
mice,
rodents.
Yep.
And so that can.
I got two neighbors that are giving me problems right now.
There you go. one of the biggest things, and it's under. Yeah,
I love them.
Some tricky neighbors.
I do want to say I love them.
That's a good call.
I just wanted to save
one
my
of the
ass.
biggest things you can do with rodents that may not be welcome in and around your home is to let nature take care of the problem.
Yeah.
Don't use rodent poison.
Because you're going to kill the animal that eats the rat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what's the best mousetrap? I'd say the ones that have been evolving for millions of years.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
He's been on the market for a couple thousand years.
Yeah. Oh, thousands. One of the videos I'm going to be showing during my presentation is of Charles catching a mouse or vole right on the ground. Whoa. Just amazing. So people are going to, another big thing I really like to put into my talk, not in a really explicit way, but anyone can do this. I'm just a regular guy. Anyone can study nature in a very rewarding manner. Doesn't matter how you make your living, if you went to school, what you studied in school, where you went to school, how tall you are, what car you drive. Anyone can study nature.
It's so fascinating that you say that, because you're right. And what I think is so important too is I think studying nature is so good for people too. Because you realize that you have to slow your roll down in life.
Well
and
said.
I'm sure that you've figured that out so quickly with these owls, because, you're living a live soap opera on top of documenting everything, and you become attached to these owls.
Yes.
They become, I'd hate to say it, but almost like a secondary family, because you're seeing them live out their day-to-day lives and documenting it.
Yes. And I was just saying to your next guest, who's in the health field, that there's a lot of health benefits to being out in nature and studying nature. And I love the way you said it, slow your roll.
Yeah.
It puts you in a different rhythm, a different frame of mind. It's a nice, not distraction, but a nice direction. I'm focusing on something else. I'm not thinking about my work or my personal life. I'm focused on something else, and I'm going to take benefits away from doing all of this.
I think it's so cool too, because so many times, especially we're now, it seems like more and more of the conversations, well, maybe we should find something that's not necessarily in a bar every night, having a few beers. And it's like, well, think about what you could accomplish if you go, you know what, I'm going to live a healthier lifestyle. Let's get outside. And maybe it's not owls. Maybe you're looking at the trees and the way the leaves are changing colors every year, and you're documenting how much snowfall we had, and whatever.
It's whatever interests you.
Right.
And what's great is if you concentrate on one thing without even trying, you're going to learn about many of those other things. The other day I was leading an owl prowl, and I was pointing out a couple of trees that the owls had been using, and one of my folks asked a great question. They said, have you learned more about trees from studying the owls? I said, a lot more, and I still have a lot more to learn, but it's all of these things interact together. I pay way more attention to the weather than I used to.
Well, one day, now, because the zoo's right over there, and Brian keeps going back to the zoo. I was over there, and I used to go all the time. I'm a big zoo I just think we have the best zoo ever.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Love it.
I'm overdue myself.
And they were talking about, though, they saved a salamander from the brink of extinction. That was a local freshwater salamander. Do you know anything about that?
A little. The Hellbender.
Okay, that's what I wanted.
Hellbender.
I'm so glad I just brought this up, because I keep thinking about Forest Park and the zoo, and I remember it was the most fascinating thing I've ever. It was like a 30-minute presentation, and we walked through their intakes, and
nice.
It was cooler than hell.
Yeah. So that salamander is an endemic species to Missouri. It's only found in Missouri.
Wow.
Yeah. and which is pretty cool.
that is
and
cool.
Illinois has their own endemic species, and these can be salamanders, they can be trees, it can be a moss, it can be a fern. And the zoo has been doing great efforts to bring the natural wild populations back through breeding in captivity.
Yeah, it was the cool. Thanks for clarifying, because I remembered this and I couldn't remember the name of it. And it was so cool to hear them speak on this and what they've done to save them.
So just think Riverbender, but hell instead of river.
Yeah, Hellbender.
There you go. Oh, I should mention that I took a different route to get here today. I drove right from Dogtown, not across the bridge. I drove straight down to the arch, parked my car, popped my trunk, put on my ice skates.
Is Forest Park hard to navigate right now?
No, they do a great job of plowing it.
Good.
It's actually often better than some of the city streets. Sometimes it's like, okay, I got to the park. The hard part's over.
Do you know what we call snow in this part of the country? Temporary road relief. Because the snow fills those potholes, so you can just drive right over them.
I hit a few interesting ones. But yes, it was lovely to skate up the Mississippi this morning.
Real quick, how cold can outside temperatures get for these owls? Because I mean, it is a good question. -18 wind chills, 0, -2. What can they really stay accustomed to or deal with?
Depends on the type of owl. And the great horned owls are very well adapted to the cold weather.
Okay.
But it's been very interesting. We've seen some, not every night, but in this cold stretch, and last night was one of them. Charles was in no hurry to get out of bed. Just like some of us on these super cold mornings, we're like, nope.
Hell, I almost missed my show today.
There you go.
I woke up at like 7:45 and went, oh man, my phone's dead. This isn't going to be, I thought I missed it already.
Wow. So they can really hang with the tough temperatures. The tougher time for Charles and company is the summer.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Imagine, wearing all your winter clothes all year long.
Yeah.
So, but they have ways.
Do they shed or do they molt?
They molt. It's a very gradual molt, but they have ways both behaviorally and biochemically of dealing with extreme cold and extreme heat.
So cool. Well, you guys need to be a part of this conversation to learn so much. I always love talking with you. I mean, I could do a whole nature podcast. I just love talking about animals.
Thank you. I can tell. You know a lot.
I like the Barbarossa. That's why I go to St. Louis Zoo. It's a pig that eats things that are actually poisoning it, so it has to drink mineral water for its antidote. It's like the coolest thing. David Attenborough told me that.
There you go.
Register now for Mark Glenshaw's presentation, Forest Park Owls Hiding in Plain Sight, this Saturday, the 21st at Hayner Public Library, their Alton Square Mall location at 2 p.m. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks so much.
Great
to see you, CJ.
No problem. Great to see you too. 2:20. It is 10:31 on this 20th day of the second month. I just had a little bit of dyslexia there. We'll come back. More Daily Show hits you next.